Welcome everybody to the webinar. I'm excited to be here. Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. We're super excited to be with you tonight to show you the ropes, how to get started right with Teamzy and become a power hour boss. Okay, coming to you from my home office in San Diego, California, and it is a beautiful spring day. It makes me want to go outside and skip through the daisies a little bit. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to figuratively do it through Teamzy. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to take you, I have just a quick presentation with some background on Teamzy for those of you who are new. Then I'm going to take you into Teamzy. We'll set it up. I'll show you how to do a power hour. I'll show you the workflows so you can just crush power hours every day. Easily connect with 20 people in 15 minutes, how to follow up like a pro, the whole deal so nobody ever falls through the cracks. I'll show you that whole thing. Then at the end, we'll do Q&A. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I'll stay on the line and answer all your questions. It'll be fun. There's a Q&A button right there at the bottom of your viewer where you can load your questions up at any point in the webinar, and then I'll answer them at the end. Okay. So here we go. Get started right with Teamzy. Become a power hour boss. This is one of our favorite hashtags, hashtag power hour boss. You guys will feel empowered to use that one after you've been through this presentation. So my backstory for those of you who've never met me, again, my name's Eric Johnson, creator of Teamzy. I come from the background of coaching and consulting. I've been helping people build their business by relationship for going on 16 years. I fell into direct sales by accident, found some products that really helped me, and was just sharing them organically, you know, because I liked them. How many of you, that's your story? That was my story. I didn't really realize there was a great business opportunity. In fact, I was a little skeptical about it. But once I learned more about what an amazing opportunity direct sales is and network marketing, I decided that I would try it as a little side hustle. And so looking at my calendar, looking at my schedule, I was a busy guy, I have 4 kids. I realized I have about 1 hour a day extra. That's all I had. And so I started looking for systems that would help me leverage my time so that I could get everything I needed to get done in my business done in less than an hour a day. That's what I was looking for. Okay. And so I needed to be able to, in that 1 hour, have a way to stay in touch with all of my contacts. I mean, every single person I've ever met. I wanted to know when to contact them and when not to. In other words, I was familiar with the idea of a power hour, but typically it takes 2 or 3 hours of planning to have a really good power hour. I didn't have time for that. I needed something that would just tell me who to contact, okay? And then I wanted to know what the heck could I say to these people to start a conversation easily without staring at the screen all day, wondering what the perfect message would be. And then finally, I needed a system that would help me follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever fell through the cracks. This is the biggest problem, is you work hard to generate interest in your business, and then we don't follow up well, and they fall through the cracks anyway. So we waste a lot of our efforts. And there was one more thing I needed. It had to be easy to use. I'm really not a techie person. My engineers always tell me, would you stop telling people that you're not techie? It makes us look bad. No, I think it makes those engineers look amazing because I can use this system. It's easy enough for me to use, right? That's why we built Teamzy. I was looking for all these things and couldn't find it. It just didn't exist. It didn't exist. So we built it. So that's why Teamzy exists, because I wanted it. Now we all have it. So just in 3 years, a little more than 3 years, about 3.5 now, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, that is such an amazing number to me. I'm blown away by it. 80,000 network marketers. Okay, and our active users right now in Teamzy, they're averaging 21 customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. 21 new customers, 9 recruits over 90 days. That's pretty good. So those are the people that are doing the activity I'm going to demonstrate tonight. So I'll show you exactly what they're doing on average. Okay, cool. All right, let's jump out and actually look at Teamzy. Let's see here. Sorry, my voice is a little bit hoarse today. All right. Here we go. Google Chrome. There we are. Bam. There's Teamzy. Okay, so first off, I want you guys to know this. If you're not already using Teamzy, you go to teamzy.com and get a free trial. There's a button there that says Start Trial. It's free for 30 days. We don't ask for your credit card or anything. We give you full access for 30 days because I want you to have enough time to really generate some momentum in your business. I want you to be able to create income in that first month so that continuing on as a subscriber to Teamzy is a no-brainer. I want you to completely and totally fall in love in that time, so you'll be with us forever. Then we can be a part of your success story. That's what I'm hoping for. So go to teamzy.com and get your free trial started if you haven't already. When you first come into the free trial, it actually brings you into a setup wizard. Let me just actually, let me just put up the setup wizard real quick so you see what it looks like. So the first time you log in, it brings you into the setup wizard. It looks like this. And this helps you set this up without having to think too much. So I'm gonna page through this with you. All right, here we go. First thing we're gonna do is set an income goal. We're gonna set an income goal, okay? How much do you wanna be earning a year from now? What is your annual income goal going to be a year from now if you jump into Teamzy and start really cranking, okay? And it's a little bit, it's a slider. Depending on how high your goal, it will tell you what you need to do each day to hit that goal, okay? So my goal is 150. Excuse me one second, guys. Thank you. Had to take a quick moment there. My goal was 150,000. Okay. So what is your goal? So 150,000 has me connecting with 9 prospects each day, 6 customers each day, and 4 distributors on my team each day. So it's 19. Okay. So if I were to make my goal less, my daily numbers would go down. If I made it more, they would go up a bit. So 150 was my actual goal. So I'm going to put it there. And let's hit continue. So when I click continue, that actually sets up Teamzy to your goal. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to import your contacts. Okay. So we're going to get your contacts. If you've already been building a business for a while, you're going to have at least 3 lists to bring in. So you're going to bring your distributors in from your team. You're going to bring your customers in, and you're going to get your Facebook friends in. What's really neat is Teamzy can get the full list of Facebook friends into Teamzy. It's so awesome. So we're going to get all those lists into Teamzy so that they're in one place, organized. No more hunting around for pads of paper, notebooks, sticky notes, whatever the heck you're using. It'll be in Teamzy, which means it lives in the cloud, which means that it's in your phone at all times, which is always nearby, right? So you can always get to it. You can also always add to it. You meet somebody new, you can pull up Teamzy, put them right in. So cool. Okay. So once you do that, once you import those files, you're ready to go. Okay. Now, there's one more step that we want to do here in order to get really fired up and ready for our power hour, and that is this: rank and label contacts. So you see you've got these little steps here to set up your Teamzy. So I'm going to do rank and label contacts. Why is this so important? This is super important. Here's the deal. We're going to talk about building relationships and how to systematically connect with people, right? But you need to understand that before you can really do this well, you have to prioritize those relationships. If you don't prioritize relationships, it's impossible for you to prioritize your time, okay? 80% of your business will come from the best 20% of your relationships. It's called the 80-20 rule. The people you feel are close relationships, the people who trust you the most, the people you like talking to, the people you feel are hot prospects. You should be talking to those people more often than your casual acquaintances, okay? So if you come into Teamzy with 3,000 connections and you don't prioritize them, it could take you months before you talk to the important people in your life. So we're gonna prioritize them so that Teamzy brings them up first and brings them up more often. Make sense? So let me show you how this works. We have a real simple system. It's a 5-star rating system, right? This is your team page in Teamzy where your full list lives. And right now it's in rank mode. You can turn that on from this menu at any time. Rank mode lets me go down my list and just rank people on a 5-star scale just by clicking. Okay, that just changes their rank. I can click them up, I can rank them down, I can delete them off my list if I want to. Super easy, okay? You're gonna go through your list one time, and what you're really looking for are your 4- and 5-star people. Everybody's gonna start out at 3 stars. That's where they default to. So you don't actually have to rank everyone on your list. You're looking for that top 10, 20% of people. Make sense? Okay, so let me talk to you about what these ranks mean, and then we'll do our power hour. A 5-star person is somebody that's most likely, in your opinion, most likely to become a customer or a distributor. They're also the people on your team, your customers, who are the rock stars of your team, the people you love the most. They're your best, closest friends, your closest family. 5-star people. They show up on the list every 30 days. Every 30 days, they show up so that you can connect, not so you can try to sell or anything like or recruit, just to connect and make their day. I call it make someone's day mindset, okay? And I want you to get in the make someone's day mindset. That's your focus as you're connecting with people. So every 30 days, a 5-star person is going to come up automatically on your list so that you stay in touch with them and continue working on that relationship. A 4-star person is somebody that is likely to become a distributor or a customer with a little bit of nurturing. These are also your friends and family, not your closest circle, but they're your friends and family. These are the solid people that you'd like on your team and your customers. 4-star people show up on your list to connect every 60 days. Every 60 days. So they're cycling often, but not as often as the 5-stars. Make sense? Okay. 3-star people could go either way. And that's why we default everybody to 3 stars when you start, because most of your list will remain at 3 stars. You're not going to change most of them. A 3-star person you don't know yet, they could go either way. And you're going to connect with them every 90 days. Every 90 days. See, the stars allow this list to cycle in a way that's intelligent. You don't have to think. You don't have to set follow-ups. You just continually connect. 2 stars are getting a bit colder. They show up every 120 days. Make sense? More stars, the more often you talk to them. You do this once. This is important. You do this once and you never have to plan your power hour ever again. Your DMO, your whatever you call it, your income producing activities, whatever you want to call it. Every single day you just log into Teamzy and you go. You don't have to think. You don't have to plan. And you can rest assured that your whole list is always cycling and nobody will fall through the cracks. How cool is that? Okay, so now that we've got our first draft of ranking, of course you can always change ranks as you go as well, but you wanted to get that first kind of cut through this. Now we're ready to go back to our dashboard and do our power hour. Okay. So let me go ahead and minimize this. You see right here where it says today's activities. These are the goals that we set with that income goal. Our goal is to connect today with 9 prospects. 6 customers, 4 distributors, okay? And then we want to do 3 invites and 3 ads. So what is an invite? I told you a connect is not when we're trying to sell or recruit. A connect is just connecting to say hello and make somebody's day. An invite is specifically when we're inviting somebody to join our team or we're inviting somebody to buy our products. An invite is specific to the business and can lead with proper follow-up to a sale. Make sense? So we're going to connect with 19 people in this example, hoping that out of those conversations, we have 3 conversations that lead to an invite. Okay? And that's my daily goal is 3 invites. And then my last goal here is ads, new people. New people I'm adding to Teamzy. I'm meeting new people. I'm putting them in Teamzy. I'm meeting them online, meeting them in person, putting them in Teamzy, constantly trying to meet new people. Okay? Make sense? Okay, so let's do our power hour. See, here's the power hour module right in the center. And let me show you how this works. This is so cool. I love this. So on the left side, you've got your lists, prospects, customers, distributors, and your follow-ups, okay? Each list gives you 5 names at a time. That's on purpose. That's to keep you focused. That's to keep you from skipping and to keep you from getting overwhelmed, okay? The right-hand side is where we log the contact information as we go, okay? Now, for those of you who freak out about only seeing 5 at a time, keep in mind, if you go to the team page, you have your entire list. All your contacts are here. You can get anybody anytime. You can look them up in the lookup bar. You can get to their record anytime. You can get your whole follow-ups list here on the team page. The dashboard, we just keep you focused. This is for working power hours, okay? This is for working power hours. This is just to keep you focused on who's up next, okay? Right. So let's do this. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. I gotta set this up so I can do a real one. All right. I have a bunch of fake names in my sample account, so I need to get a real one in there so I can message them, show you how it works. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Let's go back and do that. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do our power hour. For the guy who's supposed to be the power hour boss, I struggle with saying power hour. Isn't that a hard thing to say? I was a power hour. All right, let's do our power hour. First on my list of prospects, I'm going to always work left to right. Prospects, then customers, then distributors, then follow-ups. Okay? Always work left to right. So a lot of you want to get to those follow-ups first once you've been doing this a while because you feel like it's hotter. But I want you to know you want to prioritize the prospects. As soon as you stop doing the prospects, your pipeline will dry up after a few weeks. So you want to keep doing that first. All right, so here's Jay. She's the first person I'm going to message. This is where I get stuck. What the heck am I going to say to Jay? Anybody get stuck here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to scripts right here in the connect box. See where it says scripts? I don't know if you can see me circling that with my mouse. I'm going to get a script to help me start this conversation. I'm not going to spend any time thinking. I'm going to spend my time doing. So I'm going to go to Facebook because I'm going to message her there. Here's a good night. Connect number 1. Hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. It's so simple. And it works amazing. This is a little workhorse script right here. So I'm going to copy that script. Now what I'm going to do in Teamzy is I'm going to paste it in here so I can edit it a little bit before I send it. I need to get the name right. And I want to put a couple of emoticons in here to personalize this a little bit. Okay. All right, here we go. Now I've got it just the way I want it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send it to Jay by copying it and actually sending it in Facebook, which I have open right here in another tab. Let me just send this to her really quick. So Teamzy now told me connect with Jay, and it's helping me with what to say to her. Now it's sent, and I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to log that here in Teamzy by clicking the big blue log connect button. See that? Done. Now, if you look at my dashboard, you can see I have 1 done, 8 left. The next person on my list is Marlo. I'm going to message Marlo with the same message. In fact, it's still on my clipboard. I'm just going to hit paste again, and there it is. I'll just change the name. It's super quick to do this. It only takes a second. And I'll do the same thing. I'll copy this. I'll toggle over to Facebook. I'll send the message to Marlo, okay? And I'll log it in Teamzy. 2 done, 7 left. And then I'll go to Deborah, okay? The same way. I'm going to use the same one. Why not? Same. See how quick this is? And I'm going to send that to Deborah and log it in Teamzy and keep going. Now, I'm going to go down my list until I get this blue circle filled in. Whatever your goal is, it'll fill in when it's complete. In my case, it was 9, so I've got 6 to go. Okay? And I'm going to stay on my prospects list until I complete today's goal. Now, a couple of pro tips. One is some people will respond right away, and I don't want you to go off and answer them until you're done with all your outgoing messages because you'll get distracted and sidetracked. So just keep going with your outgoing messages. It won't take long to get them done all the way across the lists, okay? Once you get used to doing Teamzy, you could easily do 20 connects and 15 follow-ups in less than 30 minutes, okay? And then you can go have those conversations. So here we go. We're going to keep going down the list. Oh, the other thing I want you to think about is this. Some people won't respond at all to your message, and I don't want you to worry about them or even think about them for a second. You don't have to set a follow-up with them. Don't worry about it. They're in Teamzy. They're going to automatically flow back onto your prospects list based on their star ranking. If they're 5 stars, they'll come back next month. If they're 4 stars, they'll come back in 2 months. So you don't need to worry about the people who don't respond. Focus on communicating with the ones who do, and over time, some of the non-responders will respond as you connect every few months as they come up on Teamzy. Okay, so when I'm done with my prospects goal for the day, I toggle over to the next list, which is customers, and I start connecting with my customers the same way. First person on my list is Darlene. I'm going to go to scripts to get a quick thing I can send to her so I don't overthink, right? Something cool like, hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Hey, do me a favor. Throw up in the chat what company you're with, and I'll customize it a little bit. Let me see what company you guys are with. Just throw it up there. Whoever's first, I'm going to use your product. Isogenic, Sweet Minerals, Juice Plus. Okay. Wow, I got Pure Romance. Hey, I've got it. This is a great mix. Oh, I could have fun with the Pure Romance, right? Okay, let's do Pure Romance. Just to see if I can do this. So look, I'm going to get this script. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the products? Please send me an update. Let me know I could be of help. All right. Hi, John. How are you enjoying? This is for the pure romance person, Renee. Let's see. How are you enjoying your new bedroom accessories? Send me an update. Well, that might be a dangerous one to ask. Send me an update. Maybe I don't want an update on this one. I don't know. What do you think, Renee? We'll have some fun with it. Just an example. So I'll send that to John on Facebook. Actually, it's not John. It's Darlene. Don't want to say John. Okay. Got it? You guys see how easy this is. Just stay in touch with your customers. Just stay in touch with your customers. It's really important to be in touch with your customers. You don't need to overthink it. You don't need to overcomplicate the process. Teamzy makes it easy. It's just going to cycle your customer list in front of you so you're always in touch with them. But a couple of magical things happen when you're in touch with your customers. I just want you guys to understand this. It's huge. So many people neglect their customers. I've talked to so many leaders over the years that say, I'm so excited for Teamzy because now I'm going to be in touch with my customers again. Listen, being in touch with your customers, first off, is just good service. I mean, it's the right thing to do as a business owner, right? But you need to understand that if you're in regular contact with customers, they will order more product and they will retain longer. Okay, this is a statistical fact. They order more product and they retain longer. I did a team call for a large Juice Plus team last night. And I was excited for the leader, who's amazing, because I know what's going to happen. Her team's all going into a free trial of Teamzy this month, and her volume's going to go way up. Why is team volume going to go way up? Because suddenly they're in touch with customers. That's all it really takes. It's amazing. So be in touch with them regularly. They'll love you for it. They'll order more and they'll retain longer. Okay. The other thing is, how many of you would like new customers? If you'd like new customers, hit the little raise hand button. Let me see it. How many of you would like some new customers? Everybody wants new customers, right? Where do you go get new customers? Do you guys know the best place for that? You're like, yes, we know. Sometimes you need to be reminded more than taught. The best place for a new customer is from a current customer. That's the best place to find a new customer, is to go to a current customer. Somebody who's using your products and loves them. What do people do when they love something? They talk about it, right? They talk about it, which means your customers are talking about your products right now. Have you thought about it that way? I want you to think about another statistic. 82% of North Americans make purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend. Did you know that? Think about it. Is that true for you? So what does that mean? It means your customers are talking about your products now to people who are very likely to purchase it because of that recommendation. Are you getting introduced to those people? Are your customers introducing you to the people they're talking to? Or are those people, having to fend for themselves and find the product elsewhere? Start by being in touch with your customers. Once you're in touch with your customers, you can just ask them, hey, who do you care about that is interested in this, that needs information? Have you been talking about this with friends or family? Are there people that I need to get to help? Can you connect me with them so I can help them? Can I get them some more information, right? Besides the fact that customers who love your products are absolutely the best place to find new distributors for your team, right? Can I get an amen for that one? So you got to be in touch. Teamzy will make it easy. Just stay in touch with them. Don't overthink it, okay? All right. Where's Teamzy? Let's get back in here. Once you're done connecting with your customers, you've gone down and hit your goal for the day, you're going to toggle over to your distributor list and you're going to connect with your team, okay? You're going to connect with your team. First off, a little pro tip for those of you with large teams. If I have any people who have built a large organization, you may not want to import your whole downline into Teamzy. I would recommend getting your first level people into Teamzy and then filter out your leaders. Okay, so your first level people and all the leaders on your team. And that's who I would focus on. Make sense? Okay, so you're going to connect with your distributors. We call it Teamzy because it's about creating a team family, creating that family, that relationship in the team. And you need to be in touch with people one-on-one. You have to be in touch with people one-on-one. If any of you have ever seen my training that I do on relationship marketing, and it's available in Teamzy University for free. You can go watch that training. I talk about how connecting with people, investing time and connecting with people is the only way you can deepen a relationship. Your team needs to hear from you one-on-one. Having a team call, having a team page, those are great, but they need to hear from you every once in a while. So just put them in Teams and connect them. It's the same thing. Look, Abigail comes up. I want to send her a message. If you don't know how to do that, you can jump and get a couple of my scripts. I got a couple, you're doing so great. Proud of you. Congratulations on. It could be anything. Signing up your first customer, getting your first check, whatever. Showing up for our team call. I'm proud of you, right? And then, of course, my favorite one always, which is there anything I can do to make your day today? Just check in with people. Okay, so again, you're just going to quickly send messages to your team. And then when you're done with whatever your goal was, mine was 4. When I've sent those 4 messages, take me a minute or 2. Then I'm going to go to my 4th list. The second part of my power hour is my follow-ups list. Now you'll notice there are no follow-ups scheduled. And that's because I haven't put any in there. See, Teamzy automatically creates your up next list for prospects, customers, and distributors. That's automatic, and everybody cycles through that list. Those are to connect, stay in touch, and build a relationship. The follow-ups is where I put people when I've invited them, when I have found them to be interested and I have invited them. This is where I'm going to follow up on my leads for my business. So let me give you an example. We messaged a bunch of people in the beginning. One of them was my friend Jay. So Jay responds to me and we're having a conversation. She's, oh, it's great to hear from you, Eric. Thanks for reaching out. And I say, oh yeah, well, it's been a while. What have you been up to? Send me an update. Tell me what you've been doing since we last talked. So she gives me a little bit of an update, and now I've got something to talk about, and we're just talking, messaging back and forth, getting caught up, okay? As I'm talking to Jay, I'm looking for ways I can help her. That's the goal. Look, the goal in the conversation is just to find a way to help Jay. Maybe it has something to do with my business, maybe not. I'm listening for wants, needs, complaints, jokes. People make jokes, by the way, about their pain a lot, right? So I'm listening for ways to help. Maybe I can help her. Maybe I can recommend a book to her, send her an article. Maybe she needs a recommendation to a professional like a dentist for her kids. Maybe she's just having a rough time and she needs someone to pray with her today. When you reach out to make people's day, you have no idea what they need. But your job is to figure out a need and help them with it. That shows them your care and it shows them your heart, okay? Because this business is based on building trust. It's based on building trust. And as I'm talking to Jay and we're catching up, it's going to be my turn to tell her what I'm up to, right? And I'm going to tell her what I'm up to. And my goal is to share with her what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it. What I am doing and why I am passionate about it. Look, I'm looking at the companies that you guys are with. So we've got a few of you that are looking at, that are based on health and wellness. So, I'm passionate about helping people get healthy, lose weight, find their inner strength, regain their vitality, get rid of chronic disease. Like, I'm passionate about that. And so I have aligned myself with this company because they're the best and that's what they help with. Okay. I'm excited about this and tell a story. I've helped people. I've got Angela, who's a Beachbody coach. I was a Beachbody coach at one time. I used to tell people the amount of weight people had lost with me. I kept track of it. I'd say, since I've been doing this, I've helped people lose more than 3,000 pounds. Isn't that amazing? So, whatever, I'm telling people what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it. Okay. Because when you just vomit on somebody that you're selling some sort of product, they feel like, oh, that's all they want to do is sell me that product. But when you tell somebody what you're doing and why you're passionate about it, their response is typically, wow, that's really cool. Good for you. Okay. That's really cool. Good for you. Okay. From there, it's really easy to say, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Would you just, thank you. Thanks for saying that. Would you like to learn more about it? Are you interested in learning more? Would you like some more information? I don't care how you say it. Just ask them, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Because this gives you a great opportunity to introduce your business to them. If they say, yes, I would like some more information, great. Now you're going to have a really good conversation about your business. If they say, no, thank you, Eric, I'm happy for you that you're doing that. I think it's really admirable, but I'm not interested myself. Great, no problem. If they say I'm not interested, guys, all you do is just say, okay, no worries. Thank you so much for, it was great to catch up with you. I really enjoyed chatting with you. But could you do me a favor? If you do come across anybody who needs help with this, the problem you solve, could you connect us? Because I'm really passionate about helping as many people as I can. And they'll say, yeah, I'll do that. I'll keep an eye out for you. Now, they may not even mean it, but it doesn't matter because you planted the seed. Instead of getting a rejection, which is like what the go for no world tells you to go for those no's, right? You just got to know I'm not interested, but yeah, I'll keep my eyes out for people who need your help. Wow, isn't that a great beginning conversation? That's your first conversation, right? And when they come back on your list in 2 or 3 months and you connect again and you find another way to help them and invest in the relationship, they'll start trusting you more and more. Does this make sense? Now, for the people who say, yeah, I'm interested in learning a little bit more, great. Now I'm going to try to get them on a call or a Zoom so that I can ask more questions and find out what information they need. What is the problem they need solving? This is just a little side note. This isn't what this training is supposed to be. I'm just trying to show you Teamzy, but I can't help it. Like, I want to go off on this tangent right now about this. But I've had so many people come through my classes and then they say, would you like more information? And somebody says yes. And they email them a link to a video or something. Okay. What do they need? What is their problem? Did you find out what problem they have in their life that needs solving? That's like me sending you any random email video from YouTube to you about anything. Would you like information? Here's information. You need to find out what they need. You got to have more conversation. What do you need help with? What are you struggling with? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What would you like to solve in your life? How can I help you? Let me ask you some questions and find out if there's something I can help you with. Okay? Sorry, a little tangent there. But when somebody wants more information, find out what information they need. Then give them that information specifically. Okay? And make a recommendation. Hey, based on what you're saying, I think I can help you. I think you should get my products. It's helped. Here's a story of somebody like you who had a great experience with it. I think this would help you. I think you should get my products. Right? Are you with me? How do you do this in Teamzy? Let me show you how to do this. So I'm talking to Jay. Excuse me, guys. I'm losing my voice. I talk all day long. What can I say? I'm talking to Jay. She says, yes, I'd like some more information. I said, great. Let's jump on a Zoom, go a little deeper. I'm going to look her up right now so that I can get to her record in Teamzy. There's a little lookup bar. See that? Just put a few letters in there. Now I'm at a record. So I'm talking to Jay. She'd like some more information. I'm trying to figure out what she needs. As I'm talking to her, it sounds like she is really attracted to the fact that I don't have a job or a boss that lords over me. I work for myself. I'm home with my kids. She likes that I have that freedom. She wishes she had that freedom. And so as I'm listening to her, I really am thinking that she needs to learn more about the business. Okay. So I might invite her to coffee, or I might invite her to an event, right? So for example, I'm talking to Jay saying, you know what, Jay, if you'd like to learn specifically more about our business, my team's actually doing an event this evening on Facebook. Are you home tonight? Yeah, I'm home. Great. Would you like to watch? It's going to be a live event. People will be sharing the story and talking about the business model. Would you like to tune into that? You'll learn all about it and you can do it in your pajamas. Just, oh yeah, that sounds perfect, Eric. Great. Perfect. I'll send you that link right now, Jay. You watch the event and I'll talk to you afterwards, or I'll talk to you tomorrow and see what questions you might have, see if you have any questions, and we can go from there. She says, okay, great. That sounds good. So how do I do this in Teamzy? I've looked her up. Now I'm on her record because she's not on my dashboard anymore, right? I already connected with her and she disappeared. She's going to come back in a month. So this lets me come in and log something with her right now. I'm going to click on connect. It opens up that connect box. It looks just like the one on the dashboard. This time I'm going to log an invite though. I'm inviting her to an event to learn about my business. So see where it says invite on the bottom left? So now I'm going to choose an appropriate invite. Now this dropdown is going to look a little different based on your version of Teamzy. Every one of you has a custom version of Teamzy, right? I'm using the generic version called Teamzy Standard. But let's say something like business opportunity meeting, okay? And I'll just put a little note that it's a Facebook live event. You don't even have to be able to type to do this. Okay, and I'm going to message her that link. And now see this little calendar thing that's yellow? This is your follow-up. So I'm going to set a follow-up. You can set it for any date in the future. I'm going to set it for tomorrow because that's what I told her. And then when I log this, it logs it as an invite. I'll show that on the dashboard in a second, and it adds the follow-up to her record. Let's go back and look at that real quick. See, I've got an invite logged, 2 to go. And on my follow-ups list, there she is, due tomorrow. See how easy that is? Start a whole bunch of conversations. Have some great conversations, ask questions, find out how you can help people. Find who's interested. How do you find that? You ask them. And then invite them to something appropriate, okay? When you invite them to something, you put them on your follow-ups list. You put them on your follow-ups list, okay? So you might be inviting them to join a group, to purchase a system, to purchase a product, whatever. Put them on your follow-ups list. So now my power hour looks like this. I'm connecting with prospects, customers, and distributors. This is to let people know I care, to start conversations, to invest in relationships, to keep all that relational energy going. And then the great conversations lead to an invite. I put them on my follow-ups list. The second half of my power hour is following up with people, my follow-ups list. How do I do this? It's super easy. When Jay's due, she'll turn red when she's due tomorrow, right? So let's pretend we're there. I'm going to go to Jay. I'll go to my scripts again, because why overthink? By the way, I put my scripts for follow-up in here for you. There's 10 of them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Just do them in order, okay? So look, follow-up script number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? I'm going to use that script. We're going to send it to Jay the same way. I'm going to change the name, get the right name in there. Hi, Jay, just checking in like I promised I would. By the way, first off, this script is incredibly powerful from a psychological standpoint. Promise to follow up, and then you use this script. I will follow up with you on Tuesday. On Tuesday, you send her the script that says, I'm checking in like I promised I would. It shows that you are a person of your word and that you will follow through on that. That's your first little deposit in the trust bank. What questions do you have for me? It's all about her. It's not about my need. It's not about I need a sale. It's about how can I help you? Okay, so now that I have this just the way I want it, I'm going to send it in Facebook. There's Jay. Send her the message. There it is. Boom. You send it just like a regular connect message, but it's a follow-up. So now what I'm going to do is before I log this follow-up, pay attention. This part's important. Set the next follow-up. I want to keep her on my list, let's say in 2 days, okay? So I'm going to keep her on my follow-ups list. So I send her that first follow-up. Now I keep her on my follow-ups list. Okay, I'll connect with her again in a couple days. When somebody's interested, put them on your follow-ups list and keep them on your follow-ups list. They don't ever come off this follow-ups list until they purchase the product. Some people will stay on your follow-ups list a long time. A long time. Okay? You just need to keep connecting with them. The statistic is this: 80% of people don't make a purchase until between 7 and 10 follow-ups. Okay? Between 7 and 10 follow-ups. How many of you follow up 10 times? Take the hand button down if you've got the hand raised, and then put it up if you follow up 10 times with one person. So I've got 1, which is about right statistically. Look, here's the thing. Most of you won't follow up that much because you're afraid of being annoying. You don't want people to think poorly of you, or you're just not organized enough, because if I were to follow up with you 10 times, that might take months and usually you'd fall off my list, right? Well, we don't have that problem anymore because you've got Teamzy. You're not going to lose them. Now I want you to understand that you need to follow up more with people, and there is a way to do it so you're not annoying. I'm going to teach it to you right now, okay? But you need to understand this first. How many of you are in this business because you truly believe you can help change people's lives and you want to help empower people and change their lives? Let me see your hands. So it's pretty good. A half of you, a little more than half. The rest of you are in the other room making a sandwich. It's all good. Listen though, for those of you who that's your heart, you need to understand this. The majority of people you could help, you're not helping. Okay? Let me say this statistic a different way. 80% of the people you could help with your business, you're not going to help unless you follow up 7 to 10 times. And I've met maybe 1% of the people I've talked to now close to 100,000 network marketers. Maybe 1% before they come to Teamzy follow up that much, which means 80% of the leads in our business are falling through the cracks. Why do you think network marketing has a bad reputation? Do you think it's because everyone's dishonest? I mean, there are definitely dishonest and shady people out there. But could it be because they feel like people doing it don't really care about them? And how would they get that impression? I'll tell you how. Because when you fail to follow up, enough, you communicate you don't care. That's what you communicate. Listen, you guys need to understand, if you're in this business to help people, following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. This is the only tool you have to actively love people, to get them to the place where you can help them, is by following up more. So how do you do it without being annoying? I showed you how easy it is. It's pretty easy in Teamzy, right? You got that part. That part's easy. You can just use my scripts. They follow the rules I'm going to teach you. But these are the 2 rules to follow up without being annoying. Number 1, never ask someone to do anything in your follow-up. Don't ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Don't ask them to even respond. They don't even have to respond. Don't ask them to call you back, RSVP, whatever. Okay? Because that could be annoying. Number 2, the number 2 rule is your follow-up always needs to be they need to be able to read your follow-up. They have to be able to read it. So it should be messaged to them. I like Facebook Messenger or text, right? Maybe if you're using another social network like Instagram or whatever, you can message them there, but they have to be able to read it. And it has to be short enough they can read it all at once without opening it. Okay? Why? Because almost always when your message comes in, they can't open it and read it right then. There's no way they have time to respond right now, right? However, they do want to see it. No matter how busy you are, you do want to see the message, right? Aren't we all that way? And the problem is we can't open it, because if I know I'm not going to respond right now, I don't want you to see that I've read it. You do this too. So what happens is that comes through, and I'm holding my phone. It comes through and I just want to see it. I just want to see what they said. So keep it short and sweet so they can get that satisfaction. Okay? Voice messages, super annoying. Why? Because I can't listen to it. If I have a 2-year-old crawling up my leg and yelling and all chaos going on in my house, which I always do with 4 kids, I can't listen to a voice message. It's just completely inconvenient to me right now. Does this make sense? But if you send me something I could read, I'll get it. Here's the point of a follow-up. The follow-up is to psychologically return them to the excitement and hope that they had when they talked to you about the business or the product. That's it. Just to remind them. Just to remind them. Their life is busy. Your priorities aren't theirs. Okay? So you're following up. I'm here. I'm following up. I'm here like I promised I would. Following up, loving you and caring for you through the process. I'm here. Following up. Do you have any questions? Following up. Hey, I'm still here. Right? And then what happens is, because they just, something's happening. The first one comes in, the dog's throwing up on the baby. They can't get to you. They're driving. They're making dinner, whatever. Most people give up after 3 or 4 follow-ups. They feel like, well, I guess they just didn't care about that. You're going to keep going. You're going to use Teamzy and keep going. And around the 6th follow-up is when typically somebody might even respond for the first time. Long after most people have given up. You'll get that, thank you so much for staying in touch with me. I am so sorry I haven't responded to you. Oh my gosh. Okay? Keep going. Your power hour, super easy, guys. You connect with prospects. You connect with customers. You connect with distributors, making their day, building those relationships, generating interest. Interested people, put them on your follow-ups list. The second half of your power hour, follow-ups. You can get it done so fast. It's just a bunch of messages going out. You're done. Okay? Then set aside a little time later in the day or some other part of the day so that you can have conversations you're creating. And you will have tons of momentum. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to give you some action steps, and then we'll do Q&A. So if you have questions, throw them in the bottom. Wait, that's not what I wanted to share. Action steps. Go to Teamzy.com, get your 30-day free trial started. If you have not already done that, get your 30-day free trial started. Get your friends, your sideline brothers and sisters, your downline, get them in the free trial of Teamzy. Get everyone up going on it, okay? If you're already in the free trial, set up your subscription now so that at the end of the 30 days, you don't lose access. You just want to keep it going, okay? You can set it up anytime. You won't get billed until your free time's up, but it'll be ready to go so that it just renews. Okay, number 2, I highly recommend you get a success partner to do the free 30 days with, somebody to support you. You can get together and say, hey, let's do this together. Let's run together. Let's hold each other accountable to actually doing the activities, right? Share your daily goals with your partner. And then what I like you to do is take a screenshot of Teamzy. When you're done each day, you'll get a little message that says you crushed it 100%. Send that screenshot to your partner as soon as you get it. Okay? That'll prompt them to get off their booty and do something. And maybe they'll do that for you too. You'll get a lot more done out of 30 days if you have a success partner. And then I'm going to give you a 5-day challenge. The 5-day challenge will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. I want you to connect with 100 people in 5 days. That's 20 a day, which is basically what I showed you today. It's 30 minutes work, okay? And that can be any combination of prospects, customers, and distributors. I don't care. I just want you to message 20 people a day, 5 days in a row, 5 days in a row, consecutive days, 100 people. What will happen is you will be blown away by the amount of conversations you create in that short amount of time. If you're sitting around right now with nothing happening in your business, by what is today? Wednesday? So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By Monday, you could have a completely full day of building your business. Okay, so take the 5-day challenge. All right. So those are your action steps. Now, let's get to the questions. I've got one in queue right now. So if you've got questions, guys, throw them in there. First question. Is there a way to print a report of all our contacts once they are put in? Yeah. I don't know why in the world you would want to do that, but yes, you could do that. You go to tools on the team page and click export contacts. Okay. We're trying to get you off paper, Susan. We're trying to break the habit. All right. Is there a way to add a field to the contact details? It would be great to have a sponsored by line for people. No. So you can't. Okay. So there is not a way for you to add custom fields. The reason why is we just wanted to keep it really simple and easy to use. Most people hate CRMs. They have too much function. So we just wanted to keep it simple. So Susan, what we have is a really easy to use notes section where you can put notes. You can put any of the data points you want there. And when you import your data from your back office, you can put any data points you want under notes. You can just migrate them all to notes. And when you open up notes, it'll have all those data points. So you can bring them into Teamzy and have them to look at, but they're not categorized. They're just under notes, just to keep it simple. Okay. Any other questions? Wow, that was easy. Okay. Oh, I see a question in the chat from Angela. I accidentally added Facebook contacts before my back office. Can I fix this? Yes, super easy. Okay, super easy. Here's what you do. Where's Teamzy? If you want to undo an import, you go to your team page, you go to tools, and you go to import history. Okay. This is in the FAQs of the Teamzy Help Center too, so don't worry if you don't remember this. And then this will have a list of all your imports. So you want to get your Facebook import. So what you can do is you can delete your import. It will delete them completely out. Okay. And then you could delete all your imports and redo them in order if you'd like. And then you can just put them back in. Now, the benefit to doing this in this example, she was asking, who was it that was asking that? Was it Angela? Yeah. So her back office has like Angela, were you the Beachbody coach? I'm trying to remember who everybody was. Yeah, Angela's the Beachbody coach. So in your case, you've got coaches, customers, and prospects. So what happens is her coaches, that's her distributors, guys, her distributors and her customers, some of them will also be her Facebook friends. So Teamzy, once they see a name in Teamzy, they won't import them again. So the reason why you want to do your coaches first in this example, she do your coaches first, so they go into the right category in Teamzy, so they're set up as her team, and it has all of their contact information. And then she brings her customers in, so they go into the right category and all their contact information. Then when she brings her Facebook friends in, it won't bring all those people in again. They won't show up under prospects because they're already coaches and customers. So that's why you want to do it in that order. Distributors, customers, then Facebook. Okay. All right. Renee says, thank you for this program. I just subscribed. My free trial is almost over. It's been amazing. And the best part is feeling really good about my network again, knowing that I'm coming across genuine, like I mean to. The orders I've gotten are a bonus. Well, good, Renee. I'm glad. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. Okay, so let me just say this to you guys. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Go get your free trial. Take the 5-day challenge. Get a success partner. Use this time. Use Teamzy to leverage your time, get yourself efficient, right? And start leveling up on people. You're going to love working this way. If you want additional trainings, you go to Teamzy University. There's some free ones at the very top in Teamzy University that you can get even in your free trial. You can get some deeper trainings on relationship marketing, how to find your why, things like that. Go in and use those. Use those to improve yourself. Get as much out of these 30 days as you can. My goal is that you have an amazing month and that you want to stay with us. After the free trial is up, you get your monthly subscription, or you can buy it annually and save a little bit of money. But thank you guys so much. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Have an awesome day. God bless you. Talk to you soon.